After finishing her bath, Kenichi hands Primula a bathrobe to change into. She falls in love with how warm and cozy it feels and immediately asks if she can buy it from him. Kenichi initially says it's not for sale, but after her persistent pleading, he agrees to sell her a couple of bathrobes. Later, he gives her a nightgown to wear for bed, and Primula is amazed by the variety of high-quality items Kenichi has in his possession. She confidently tells him that he could easily become the greatest merchant in the kingdom if he set his mind to it. However, Kenichi explains that he has no interest in such an ambition, as it would only attract unwanted attention from the local nobles and create unnecessary trouble. All he wants is to live a peaceful life and earn enough money to stay comfortable. Hearing this, Primula promises to do whatever she can to help him maintain his quiet, simple lifestyle. A little while later, they go to bed, but Kenichi doesn't want a repeat of what happened with Miley, so he decides to just buy a second bed for Primula for the night to avoid any funny business. Meanwhile, over in the outlaws' camp, Shaga seems to have received a job from someone really important, so this could spell trouble in the future. The next morning, Kenichi takes Primula back home, and while he's there, he decides to talk with Mallow about those bathrobes Primula asked about. Mallow is intrigued by the strange fabric, so he thinks it will sell really well. And since they are on the topic, Kenichi decides to bring up the possibility of selling something a little more spicy. Primula certainly seems interested, but Mallow shuts that idea down immediately. Just then, Margaret enters the room to deliver the ledgers Mallow had requested. Noticing Kenichi's curiosity, Mallow explains that he's in the middle of rewriting the old ledgers because the Empire recently introduced a brilliant new system for tracking sales, double-entry bookkeeping. Kenichi is stunned, as the double-entry system was a standard practice back in Japan. This reminds him of something Mallow had mentioned earlier about the Empire's rapid growth being driven by the inventions of a certain man. As it happens, Mallow was just about to test one of this man's latest inventions, which, to Kenichi's surprise, turns out to be a pitcher pump. This revelation only heightens Kenichi's suspicions, creating something as advanced as a pitcher pump would require prior knowledge, strongly suggesting that someone else from Japan may have been sent to this world. Kenichi feels slightly uneasy, realizing he might have competition. Over the next few days, Primula makes occasional visits to Kenichi and often spends the night at his place. However, tonight is different. She's leaving for a supply run tomorrow and won't be able to visit for a while. Before she leaves, she asks Kenichi if he still has that